So welcome to another episode of Echomerx product video, in which we showcase product capability and features so you, the consumer, can make educated purchase decisions. Let me just hear any audience today can call the correct name of this little contraption here. Yes, you're right. So the correct name for these little contraption is multi-row heat tape dispensers. As the name refers, they actually cut the heat tapes. So why do we use a tape dispenser like this? Similarly complicated, mesmerizing to cut the heat tapes. So it turns out there was a vivid, a frenzied crowd of crafters and makers. They're using the heat tapes to tape their sublimation to the tumbler, to the mug, before the heat press. Taping is a very tedious operations and require a lot of heat tapes. So this little contraption here can cut a row of heat tapes into little tiny strips. So you can just tape that onto the tumbler, the mugs, and it saves you a lot of time. So you can just focus on doing the things you love to do best. What will be the hardest part for you to use this? The answer will be all the same. Loading the tapes. So loading the tapes onto this little things turns out to be the most hardest hurdles that people have to overcome to be able to use this professionally. Okay, so today we are going to talk about loading the tapes. We're going to divide the whole procedure, the whole flow, into 6 tiny steps. I am going to pause between each steps, and my gesture here is I'm going to put my hands down on the deck, so which means that I'm finished the steps. I'm waiting for you to do yours, and we are going to move on to the next steps. I know a lot of people are reading the captions or just watching the video without activated the sound. So once you see I'm doing this gesture here, it means that I'm finished the step and I'm ready to move on to the next step. Okay, so the first steps is, before we do anything, oh, by the way, in order to finish all 6 steps of loading the tapes onto the multi-row tape dispenser, we are not going to need any of these Cricut tools. So take away these Cricut tools. We're not going to use that. I know you have a lot of tools, more than that. I only have like 4 tools here, and that's the staples of all my Cricut tools. So we're just going to use bare hands. Okay, so here are some terminology that you have to get yourself. Just in case you're a beginner and just watch this videos here are some terminology that I'm referring throughout the video here. So this thing here is called the knob. All right, so a turn, obviously, it only turns one direction. And this with many spikes or teeth, I call that teeth, are watermill. Does it look like a watermill? Yes, it definitely looks like a watermill, right? Okay, and this thing here is called spindle or spool. Its purpose is to carry the tapes, so you can put the tapes in there. So usually we give you 2 spindle. One is 1 inch diameter, the other one is 3 inch. Here is a 3 inch diameter. For demonstration purpose, I'm going to use today a 3 inch spindle. And of course, my preferred tapes is always the Echomerx blue heat resistant tape. You can find it on Amazon. Just type in Echomerx 3 inch blue tape and it will show up here. So this is the Echomerx heat resistant tape, 3 inch, and this is Echomerx multi-row heat tape dispenser. We also have 1 inch diameter heat tapes too. So once we get this out of the way, and let's start with step number 1. Step number 1, before you start loading the tape, and I'm assuming you're beginners and you're going to try many attempts to load the tapes, and some attempt is successful, and hopefully you try that and the first time and then it's successful, but you probably fail a few times. Doesn't matter, it's okay. So that's why I'm telling you the first step is always, before you do anything, make a tiny fold on a tape here. So I'm trying to see how hard it is. I'm trying to scrape up and find the leader of the tape here. That's why the first step I always teach people is, before you try loading the tape, especially if you're not familiar with the tape dispenser at all and you're trying it for the first time or you're just watching the tape. So the first step is always make a tiny fold. So just grab the tape, right? So you have the tape. Here is the beginning of the tape. You see that? All right, I'm trying to see it. So just fold it back. Here we go. Maybe about a 1/4 inch, fold, or even less than that if you can do that. So I just fold about a 1/4 inch back. So once you've done that, all right, that's the first step. We're done with the first step. All right, here we go. Hands down. First step, down, finish. Obviously, the second step is we can load the tape onto the spindle. It doesn't matter which orientation you prefer. It doesn't matter. You can do this way. You can do this way. You can do whatever way you want to. You can play with this for a while, just like, like a Rubik, right? The little whiz kids doing the Rubik. Yeah, you can play that with it, no problem. That's the second step. We're done with the second steps. The third step is whenever you pull the tape, just pull the tape. So this is pull the tape. We're on to the third step of the 6-step process right now. So pull the tape. Just pull the tape. So you pull the tapes. It doesn't matter which way. You can pull the tape. You can pull this way. You can pull this way. You can pull up. You can pull down. It doesn't matter. Just pull the tapes like this. All right. Feel which side the adhesive is at. This is adhesive. The back side here, no adhesive, right? Adhesive, no adhesive. No adhesive, adhesive. Sticky, non-sticky. Sticky, non-sticky. Got it? All right. So that will be the third step. Are we on to third step? Yes, I think we are on third steps. All right. So step number 4. Once you're familiar with these terms and where the sticky side is, because I'm going to ask you later on in the 4 steps. So remember this, sticky, non-sticky. Okay, so get the multi-roll tape dispenser and over here. All right, so they have the logos on this side. Oh yeah, let's do that. Logo on this side. All right, no, let's not do that. Okay, so load the spindle with the tapes onto the tape dispenser. There is only one way you can load the tape, the spindles. So don't feel frustrated. And if you can't load that, take it out and try one more times and load it. All right. Remember, we're on the last step. We try to do. I'm teaching you to pull the tapes, right? Okay. So now you have to pull the tapes, and now the 4th step, the tricky part is, where is the sticky side? Is the sticky side up or is the sticky side down? I hope the sticky side is up because that's where the correct answer is. And that's where all the essence of loading the tapes is have the sticky side up. Up means this way. Well, let me use it. Sums. Yeah. All right. Too bad for that. Sorry. Okay. Up. Sticky side, up. Non-sticky side, down, down. All right, so sticky side up. You got it? You got it. Great, you got it. Smart, It helped me a lot. I don't have to spend a lot of time doing all this here. Everybody is figuring out. Maybe I can quit, right? I can quit. Okay, so once you have the sticky side up, now stick the tape to the underside of the watermill teeth. This is watermill teeth right here. You don't have to stick it to the teeth close to the tape. You can just stick as far as you want to. You can do this one here. If you like that teeth, hey, if you like that teeth, all right, I'm just going to stick it to here. Use your thumb, press the tape against the teeth. All right, I'm doing that. Just wondering what I'm doing right now. I'm not sleeping. I'm not sleeping. I'm watching you. I'm watching you see if it's down correctly. So use the finger, press the tape against the underside of the teeth. Have you done that? All right, so we're done. We're done. Step 4. Step number 4. We're done. silent. All right, so, okay, that's not a really glitch, right? So I'm just trying to see if that's a glitch. It's not a glitch. Sometimes when you see the picture freeze, you're like, oh, where's my teachers? You know, hey, where's that guy from Echomerx? Yeah, I'm here, I'm here. All right, so once you've done that, let's go move on to number 5. Number 5, basically, you're gonna turn the knobs on this one here. All right, so hopefully you hear that clunk, clunk, clunk. Now you got it. See, here's tapes coming out. With every clunk, there was a tiny piece of tape being cut. So now you can do is harvest, you know, we harvest crops, but now we're harvesting tape. So these are the tapes you can harvest right now. Just pick it up, stick to your tumblers, and that's it. All right, okay. So that's step number 5. Do we have step number 6? Did I say number 6? Maybe not. Maybe we don't. So you actually are done. The whole process. Yes, trust me. See how easy that is to load the tape. Follow my 5 or 6 steps. You are well on your way to do tumbler sublimations. And that's how easy it is to load the Echomerx multi-roll tape dispenser and start cutting the heat tapes. Okay? All right, so before, oh yeah, number 6. All right, let's get on to number 6 here too. Okay, so remember I just said that when we load the tape, we're just using bare hands techniques. Okay, so if you want to offload this tapes, you're gonna have to use, all right, where are they? They are here. You're gonna have to use scissors. Here is a scissors made by a Cricut. All right, so if you have to offload the tapes, there's no button to press to, eject the tape. Like the pilots from the fighter jet. No, there is no parachute. There is no ejecting. No, nothing. This is where that button is. You're gonna have to cut the tapes. All right, just find the tapes in between the rows and the teeth, watermill, cut it. And that's the only way you can offload the tapes and put a different tapes on it. So that could be count as step number 6. I was going to skip number 6 because I was going to sit back and laugh at you guys. Oh, they learned how to load the tape, but they forgot to learn how to offload the tapes. No, I'm not going to do that. So, all right, so don't throw away the Caesar. The Caesar is going to use to cut the tape to offload it. And but that's all for today. So remember the 6 steps to successfully offload the heat tapes. All right. Remember this blue guys here? Yes. So that's how easy it is. So that's the 6 steps for easy loading of the multi-roll heat tape dispenser. If you like the contents and if you think the contents is going to help some novice beginner who just start the sublimations, please share, comments, and like. And that can help this video take off and more people can share, understand, and have knowledge and make their life a little bit easier. Thank you.